Delighted for Andrew Thompson. I've tramped across Siberia with him for Tomorrow's World. I'm glad to see he's a winner here. And so on to our next category, the Survival Anglia Dieter Plaga Award for Revelation. Now, this can be a film about an animal that we've never seen before, or it could be one that gives a fresh insight to a previously well-known subject. This is the sort of thing I mean.
The pinnacle of the cephalopod evolution, the octopus. No trace of a shell here. Octopus are a mass of thinking, sinuous muscle.
They hatch far out into the lake. Then, in some way not yet understood, each homes in on its nearest neighbor. The swarm is born.
Creeping to the water's edge, it gently pats the surface. Fly fishermen call this dapping.
And the talent behind these films are with me now. Mike Degree for Incredible Suckers, Alan Root, A Space in the Heart of Africa, Richard Matthews, Lake of the Flies,
and Victoria Stone and Mark Diebel for A Little Fish in Deep Water. Now, in many ways, Mark and Vicky embody the spirit of adventure and the dedication to their subject that typifies many of the filmmakers here tonight. We joined them on location for their latest film.
The film we're working on at the moment is based on an African fable about where Africa's animals meet the sea and involving the interplay of the tides in their lives.
We're making it in a very remote area of northern Kenya, just south of the Somali border.
The plane is essential. It's great for security and also for spotting for animals, but more importantly, it allows us access to dive sites which we wouldn't be able to reach by boat.
Our careers started very differently. We began filming underwater in England and then did a series of work all around the world and always underwater. The octopus was huge by any standards, perhaps 16 foot across. And it came to me, exploring, tasting with those sensitive suckers.
So there we were, an underwater camera team, obsessed by the sea, having just filmed one of the most spectacular animals in the oceans. So where do we go from there? Well, that's when we got a phone call.
It was an invitation from Alan Root to work in Africa, and we found ourselves for 2 years living and breathing giant crocodiles.
There is an old hunter's theory that if you get grabbed by a croc, then you should go for its eye. It is rarely tested by wildebeest.
Here he comes. Okay, here he comes. It's coming, it's coming.
Running.
Stopped. That should be center. Is that center of frame?
Yeah, should I stop?
I don't think it's going to move again.
Okay, the reason it takes us so long to make our films is that we like to work in unexplored areas. On average, it takes about 18 months to make a 1-hour program. That's 18 months of going out every day, not necessarily filming, but exploring, watching, and trying to piece together an area and its animals.
Such good visibility is a clear disadvantage to spot-necked otters. Even working as a team to catch a cichlid, they must take it by surprise.
That 1-minute sequence took us over 2 months to film. We'd be diving with them every day, but we'd see them for perhaps 2 minutes at a time.
There was one particular behaviour which we thought, even if it happens, it's going to be almost impossible to film, because it involved a whole hierarchy of complex events. And in all our time in the lake, we spent 18 months diving and living on the lake shores. We were to see it happen only once. It's a behaviour which, in birds, is well known, but who would expect it in a fish? Because in Lake Tanganyika, one little fish is a cuckoo.
Inside her mouth, the catfish hatch first, and then turn on her brood. The catfish's combination of cavernous mouth and voracious appetite means the cichlid babies become a living larder. By the time she is ready to release her family, the deceit is complete. All that remain are a few precocious young catfish.
And the Survival Anglia Dieter Plager Award for Revelation is stuck in the envelope. However, a bit of brute force reveals that the winner is A Space in the Heart of Africa. Alan Root, producer, camera operator and scriptwriter.
Alan Root is possibly the most celebrated of all wildlife filmmakers. He adds this panda to others he's won at Wildscreen in previous years, but he's never won the Golden Panda. Could it be tonight?